Hello, hello, hello. Happy New Year, my beautiful listeners. This is the first episode of the year, and I must say I really missed you guys, and that's why I brought this fantastic episode to you guys. It's a full circle moment for me because the first man that ever employed me in my life is sitting on my couch. Please put your hands together for Ubi Franklin. Ubi! Ha,
So
my boss.
you know, call me Oga.
I have to respect you. That's why I had to.
So you need to behave. So we need to go back to
my
like
first Oga. Yeah, but it's so amazing that you were my first boss ever.
Yeah.
Ever. Like, and you gave me that job when I was 17. You thought I was 18, sure.
Yeah.
But I was actually 17. And I don't know why.
So you walked into that house with what's her name? There's someone that brought you.
The girl, how can I forget my colleague's name?
I forgot her name though.
Yeah.
But you see, there's something about you. You look like one very inquisitive guy that wanted to know everything that's going on. Everywhere we are going, we're having conversations. You want to stand there. Then you have not been employed yet, but there was just something one busybody thing about it.
I swear.
Yeah. So I was like, I then went inside. I told Iyanya, I said, I think I want to hire this guy. I like the way he's, I said, I don't care about his age. I like, because you see, back in the day, this was like maybe almost 9 years.
I thought you said 9
Or
years.
10.
This was 2014. So
2014.
technically, it will be 9 years this year.
9 years.
Yeah.
So that period, that people don't hire young people like that,
Yes.
And then I always say that these days, when you go to back in the day, when you go to a landlord and say you're a musician, they'll say you're a miscreant. Right now, landlords want their sons to be musicians.
Right.
So that's why they are able to either rent houses or sell houses to musicians. Right? So back in the day, we're just young. We didn't know anything. 2014, I was maybe
29.
I was 29. Yeah. So I knew a lot of things that were going on around the environment. And I was young. And I said, okay, if I was Julius Agu's PA at about maybe 21, you understand? So why wouldn't I give him an opportunity to also work with me? Because the things I learned at that age made people think I'm 40-something.
Yes.
Right? Because of how much I grew in terms of working with people at a very young age. So why not? And there was just something about you. And every time I look at you today, I always say this, I say, God, thank you for giving me an opportunity to hire this guy. Because I know that we get that job gave you an opportunity.
Exposed me
You
a
understand?
lot.
Because that was your first transport fare into the industry.
Yeah.
And doing this today, I'm very proud.
And you paid me a good salary. I have to give it up to you.
Yeah,
because
thank you.
even now, I know it's when people are not being paid that amount. I was earning 50K. I didn't know what to do with it. I was too rich in school.
So you chance
They call me Temisan Triple MG. I'm bad. I'm bad that time. So thank you for that. Speaking of young, like you really started this business young, but let's go back to Calabar.
Yeah.
That's where you were raised, right?
Yeah.
So you were raised in Calabar. Tell me
Abuja.
the earliest memory of you living in Calabar and deciding to move to Lagos. How did all that happen?
So I was in Madonna University in Okija, 2003. I was a 100 level year law student in Madonna University. I entered in 2002 through pre-degree. 2003, I was in 100 level. And August of 2003, my dad passed. So I've always gone on holidays to my sister's house in Abuja. So when my dad passed, I was living with one of his friends. My dad was a judge, so I was living with one of his friends who was a judge, just for a bit to see how I can, find what I can do and then go back to school. Because school feels really expensive then.
Yeah.
So my dad being a judge, judges are like, it's government that pay them, right? So it's not like my dad had like one business somewhere, So when he passed, I struggled to pay school fee. So I always leave school, go and hustle in Abuja, then come back, pay school fee and try to
With
do
the
whatever.
judge?
No, come back. What?
Like you would go to Abuja and hustle.
Yeah, and just hustle, then come back I was 18. So I was 18 at the time. And, your dad passed at 18. What are you going to do? He was a breadwinner. My sister was in second year law. I was in 100 level law at the time. So I just kept hustling, At a point, we found someone who was going to take care of my sister's school fee. Me, I was just hustling to make sure. School fee at the time was 500K, private university, Madonna University. So I was just hustling. So one of these Decembers, 2005, so I had gone to, I think 2005, yeah, I'd gone to Abuja to visit my sister. We're just there chilling. She now said, let's go to Lagos to visit your brother. My brother lived in Lagos. My brother owned a very big show at the time, called the Intern Show.
Okay.
So he said, let's go and visit your brother in Lagos. I was like, oh, sure, why not? So we entered ABC Transport, AC pumping.
So you don't fly?
I don't fly. I don't fly come Lagos.
But that ABC, you tap that year.
ABC, the AC one, we just sit down. Then the roads were safe, everything. So we drove straight. We got to Lagos. When we got to Lagos, I just reached the mansion where my brother they live. I say, shit. Swimming pool, everything. I say me.
At that time?
Baba, I don't they calculate the thing. I don't they go back this Abuja, not this Lagos. Then, say when you don't test blood, hey.
You want to, more.
The next week, that period, my brother busy. They do like in a reality show. So then, people like Two-Face, we had a year for
TV.
The TV.
Yeah.
I can't say Two-Face, they come meet my brother. They sign contract, me perform for the eviction party. I say me.
Yeah,
go back. Yeah. So my sister did not know that I was planning all of these things in my head. So every day my brother wakes up to go to work. I'll wake up, shower, dress up. Say the clothes no tap them, but I'll just,
go package them.
I'll package and enter front car, back of my brother. In drive, I go just drive, we'll just go. So I can't see how money they move. Things they happen. I say, me, go back to Abuja, never. That's how I just did. So, after December holiday, everybody wanted to go back to Abuja. I tell my brother, I say, I need to go. Now here I do. He said, but you have to go back to Abuja. And I said, now here I do.
But you had school at the time?
Yeah, but I said, they go from here, they go school, they come back to Lagos. I don't understand. When you don't test blood like this. So I can't do that. Just they chill. My brother, I can't walk. Before you know, he make me in PA.
Right.
So I started meeting celebrities, all them AY. 2000, then AY he never blow. Do you understand? So the AY come carry, he get one complimentary card where AY get at the time, where he hold mic like this, he wear green suit, one complimentary card. I will not forget that. So he come meet my brother, then they discuss me host the intern show eviction party. So Two-Face, that's why I take me Two-Face, all these people. I can't they see what they go on. Can't they relate with them, and they relate with me. I say,
from where to where?
everything just they did fast. That's why I just did. They walk. Then 2000 and my brother come married like 2008. Yeah. Me and his wife, we no can't agree. You understand? But I don't test street Lagos. So I just
you had to move out of the house.
I had to move out of the house.
But did you make enough money at the time before?
No. So my cousin was like, so the funny thing, my dad back in the years has helped a cousin of mine, and his dad lived with my dad.
Right.
So he lived in this house where we're recording this podcast studio right now.
Yeah, you mentioned that you lived in the same house.
So immediately I knew that he was in Lagos. And when I saw I carry my bag, I knock in gate, and enter. He said, what are you doing? I say, and I come to live here. My brother, me and wife, we no fit relate again. That's how I moved.
And he allowed you to stay?
He allowed me, yeah.
Shout out to him.
So I moved in here. This was my room. Then the other side was my cousin's room.
Wow.
And then his room we're just there chilling. We play football. Now here I learned how to play FIFA, play snooker, all of those things. We just did the play. I'll follow and go walk. Then he had a club in Lagos called Penthouse. I don't know if you remember Penthouse. Then, you see why balling no they too suit me again. But we ball. You know it be to get club where we say they pop them Penthouse. People who know Penthouse back in the day, they will tell you, we ball Lagos. We'll come back. Now waiting, they that
lifestyle.
Time. Money, lifestyle, they. You understand? Say, then people, dollar know they like it there now. So people, they pop drink well. Life was good. So, after that, I now got a job with Julius Agu.
Right.
So when I was living here, right, I now got a job with Julius Agu to be his PA. So I was Julius Agu's PA for like 2 years. So one day I went for a meeting at the MTN, right?
With Julius Agu?
No. I go hustle my hustle. You understand? So when I got there, I met a friend of mine, my older brother's friend, that told me, oh, your brother is my friend. I'm like, oh, really? So I collect his number. We just keep the relationship.
Were you always that kind of guy that will try to hustle everywhere?
Yeah, bro. I always know. See, when I get into a room, I know who my target. Do you understand? If I get into a room, I know who my target. If now you my target, before I come up for there, we go relate. When I get into a room, I'll just look everybody. Me, I know they look waiting you wear. Now, who then don't tell me say now this person be.
And nobody going to intimidate you.
Oh, for where? Me.
I need the energy to take blow.
See, nobody. Even if you carry me go meet Buhari right now, we go yarn. You see, the thing is, intimidation comes when you don't have anything to offer.
Right.
Offering something is not about speaking English. You need to, if you meet the president today, if I meet Buhari right now, as I did, so I did talk to an lady, and he asked me, what would you like to do? In my head, I already don't know what I want to tell him do. If you go give me the money or give me the opportunity or the access to do it. So you need three things: money, opportunity, or access. They are all the same thing. It depends on how it comes, what comes first, and what you use to how you implement it. Money, opportunity, access are the same thing. So if you use money now, gain access to something. But if you use also access, go find money. Or if you use opportunity. So the prayer I always pray before I go back to myself, I always say, God, may I never get to my moment and miss it. Right. See, Temisan, person where go change your life, you don't see him several times, but you know no him. You know why? That's why every morning I pray to God, I say, God, grant me wisdom and understanding. You know why? See, wisdom and understanding. It helps you know that this moment I'm standing on, money day here.
It's important.
So you need to use it. So that's why I come now. I got into I did Lagos. I started to work with. I saw that my brother friend for MTN come call me one day, say, there's a guy called Iyanya. Wow. He won Project Fame, I said, I know Sabian. He said, okay, this is his number, call him. He said to me, I think you guys will make a good pair and this industry is going to stand still for both of you. I don't know what he saw, but it was just a conversation I had with him the day he met me. You see, all I always tell God is, I say, God, help me get to places where, right? I always tell God to help me get to places where people will not see me for who people think I am on social media, but they'll see me for who I really am.
And the value that you
bring. And the value that I bring, and they can always give me work. For last year, that's all what that worked for me. Call, Ubi, you're recommended for something like this. Come on, God, I'll deliver. And I know they put greed for front. Or they do some business, 200, 300 million. I go only make 2 million, 3 million. I'm okay. But some people want to make half of that money. I rather it's consistent than it's half. So he called me, said, go and meet. Yeah. So that's why I pick phone. One morning like that, I don't think the thing. I just call I say, how far where you dey? They say, man, I come manage you. Behave well. You know, all those kind of thing. I can't they chance me for phone. I say,
you were on.
Yeah, so then, I didn't watch Project Fame, so I didn't know how talented the guy was.
Yes.
So we can't go one head is for Abuja. So I don't they call they chase and the guy they run me like. So I know.
Did he have a manager at the time?
He had a manager, one guy, but he was not feeling what the guy was doing for him. So that's why he had reported to this, my brother's friend, and then they were looking for somebody else for him. So I can't enter Abuja for headies. You get one headies where they do for ICC 2009 or 10. So I can't enter ICC. That's what a person contact. Person will say, yeah, can I take a picture? Now what I turn. I said, now you be yeah. He said, yeah. No, say then social media know the way we say we just go maybe open person Instagram, start to look the within. I didn't really know who he was, but I knew that okay, somebody won Project Fame. There's a reality show like Project Fame. So I said, even yeah. He said yes. Bounce, I won't even bounce me. I said, but guy, calm down. I want to talk to my guy. I said, now maybe Ubi. Why don't they call you? He said, Baba, no vex. So we'll come start to G's. I still have the picture of that day. We'll come start to the G's. We relate. In terms of when he come Lagos, saying go call me.
Oh, so he wasn't even was already based in Lagos, Sha?
Yeah, he was already based in Lagos, but we went for headies in Abuja. Yeah. So as we come back Lagos, Baba know they pick my call again. I call. Almost 1 year.
Wow.
So one day, I just pick phone, call him. Say, where in there? So I got a job to be a label manager for one company called Slick Beats Entertainment. You know that guy where Burna Boy mentioned for in song, Boss Man, you just okay. The Boss Man, he had a record label called Slick Beats Entertainment.
Right.
So he made me the label manager. So we get studio, better studio, equipments, everything there, brand new, everything. Guess what? Artists no day to record. Now I say, okay. Now I say, man, I called. I say, this is the last call why they call these guys. Now so I call him. As I call him, he bring praise come.
Right.
So I come start to find producers. I can't say, okay, I find producers now like this. 5 producers come. I come pick 2 producers from there. D-Tunes. And
Run that track?
One other guy. No be Run That Track. Run That Track came later.
Okay.
D-Tunes and one other guy. I picked 2 of them. They studio, they make the beat. They make beat. So one day I come call Iyanya, say, guy, I want to do something. Why they behave like this now? He they go show. He say, in the go show, they pay and 250, 300K. As a guy who go make better money, come.
But how were you so sure that you're going to make money? Because you'd never managed
let me tell you something.
before.
I'm never wrong. Forget anything. I'm never wrong. And you can see that with you. If I didn't give you that opportunity, maybe if I don't finish that your law thing where they do, they work for one chamber, you understand? I'm no disrespect to lawyers. I'm just saying, if I just did one chamber, but that is not what say everybody get waiting God don't say me you do.
Yes, true.
You understand? I'm not, you see, lawyers are very, is our profession, right? Lawyers are great people. They're the ones that help us put us in line, right? But some lawyers are now entertainers because they go do that, their law finish. They don't say, no be there. Yeah. God called them today. Then they here now, right? Then they entertainment. Look at people like Ebuka or Maomi. They're a lot. There are lawyers that are striving very well in the entertainment industry. So that means that law, they just carry my certificate.
May not be like,
you understand? May not be like, say it's anything lost. You understand? So, but you see, what happened between you and I was the fact that I had to give you an opportunity because I know that this was your journey. Because someone gave me an opportunity too.
Sure.
But you see, it's one thing giving somebody an opportunity. It's another thing the person taking the opportunity and using it properly. So I called him and I said, let him come. So something that happened. He came one day, just drive down in RAV4. By that time, I did push generator from house, reach office, come back. I chop Indomie alone. So he come, I can't call him. In contact saying they come. So, come that day, the next day. So I just tied generator for waste, just the worker. But I've suffered though. Say, my house and my office, now the same generator would they use.
Right.
So for morning, I go tie the generator for my waist with long rope, just a drag generator, you get tired.
I don't understand.
The generator will get tired.
You did push them by yourself, go office.
So if I push them at the tire, so I can't find rope. Tie the rope for the generator, tie the rope for my waist. So I do waka. I'm serious.
For this like
yes now. You don't believe.
So for morning you go carry the generator.
Yeah, so so my house did like it was like maybe driving, I'll say 1.5 kilometers.
Right.
So I go waka that 1.5 kilometers with generator for my waist.
Shamelessly.
I'll just go. So that morning, I don't tie generator for my waist, they go. You can imagine say you want help person. That's when they drive. He passed me. Just go park in front of the studio. That's when they drag generator, they come. So as I just reach there. He said, if you tell me that I help you, I said, no, but I don't already reach here. So we can't start the generator, you come. As he entered studio, the first song he recorded that day was, baby, this your booty in a confirm. Let me see you, I need to. That's the first song he ever recorded. After that, we now recorded a song, Iceberg Slim.
Right.
And G Worldwide. No G Worldwide, the guy that used to sign Kizana back in the day. He was a rapper. So we now did a song, we got money every hour. The song was called Champagne Showers. So we believe, say that song was going to shut down MI. Who be MI? No, say Emma just dropped Mr. Incredible. So we did time and say we go shut Emma down. The song will not come.
Alas.
So then Iceberg Slim was doing well because he just got back from Yankee. Rap was, Then he can't call me. He can't go Calabar. You can't call me when they say, get one dance for Calabar where they call Etigi.
Right.
Say he want to do song for Etigi. I say, okay, come. He recorded Kukere. He didn't finish it. He can't go. 6 months, he didn't come back to finish Kukere. So one day, I can't go. I dey call me come. So every day I slept, I woke up. I always told myself, you see this song, it can be a massive song. So, say praise voice dey Kukere. Now praise dey, yeah. So Iyanya's voice is up. So praise's voice, then we'll use balance. Yeah. Say my voice dey, na me do, baby, this your booty, not confirm. Because then, Don Jazzy had taken over the airways.
Yeah.
So, I been want make people feel say we featured Don Jazzy for the song. So
Right.
we drop the song go blow. Want to say we won't use Don Jazzy carry blow the song. So, I can't come back. After like 6 months, I don't disturb me come. So when I take Glenn and me come record that song, I call one of my friends, I say, see, I don't call Iyanya, I say no get money. Say now only 1K day in hand now. So they use that 1K, you get soup for fridge. They use that 1K, they buy Gary to the chop, Indomie, to wait for maybe another show or
Next
something
gig,
to come.
yeah.
So I can't sign, my friend can't sign check of 500,000 for me. No, nothing, no be like say, he want my go bank. So I can't, no say then a BlackBerry Messenger, I can't snap the things and I say, Baba, say person just come, one company just come here listening to Kukere for the studio. They just give us 500,000, say for show, say, reach 30 minutes in the studio. We finish the song.
Wow.
So as we finish the song,
catch the money after
because say, it come, this thing happen in the morning. Before, I said 30 minutes, as we finish everything, say, we'll go bank now. So I can't call my friend, say, message me, say, they check now, the next day we'll go catch him. Because I know saying go in house.
Yeah.
As we record Kukere, finish everything, then we occupy Nigeria that year, can't start. Know if you can't go in house, he can't day my house. Now, so we start to live together.
Record.
No, he had recorded,
Right.
recording the Kukere.
Right.
So as they try to, do other things, then where Occupy Nigeria happened. So, so that time nobody feed the move.
Yes.
So in Conde, my house, that's what Conde, we start to live together. Then the house na 2-bedroom. The house where the label give me,
Right.
2-bedroom. So my oga they live for one room, me I they live for the other room. So now, Iyanya go come, we dey there. So if Iyanya carry babe chill, me I go sleep for parlor. You understand? He go sleep for room. If the day when me I carry babe come, you understand? He go sleep for room. So that's what we dey alternate. So before we reach house, babe they come today. So one day the thing jam. So I lock parlor door, I did parlor, why in the inside room? You understand? We dey alternate the thing. The babe come the time say, he squat. I say no. I say, say na boys quarters. So not boys quarters, as in na boys area. So say sometimes boy if you come house before you with babe. So I just find way just rap because you see, I understood years ago, even at the time when I never blow reach waiting be now, that you have to respect authority, who is in front of you. Even if you be oga, you have to understand that person, that tree that bears you fruit, you have to water it very well and give it that respect. So now I feel go tell you and say, I'm gonna come off my room, I beg. But you will kill his self-esteem with what you guys were trying to do.
At that time.
Yeah. So I leave and we just enter studio. We just the record. That's how we drop Kukere. Everywhere scatter. The first place we perform Kukere was, I think, Kano or Kaduna. As Kukere drop, so we don't know, say, as he drop on Monday, we can go, that tour where MTN do, MTN rocks, who rocks more, with more hits that year, with their tour. So MTN come put in here for the show. That's how we can go.
So you only had one song?
Yeah, then. No, he had other songs like, See Me Oh Today, See Me Oh, the songs where he drove for Project
It's a love song that you had.
Yeah, it's a love. They don't know how I feel about you. He had those 2 songs. And he had other songs that he had dropped, and but that Kukere just everywhere. Bro, Everywhere
So the heat,
scattered.
so.
The first day where we go show, that's why I did like, that's so tears they come off my eye. I didn't even know what was about to hit us. So we start, as Kukere they go. See, let me tell you one thing. Artists will fall off. Yeah, sometimes. And then they cause them. Then we went for shows around. Bro, there was no show.
I remember.
Where happened for Nigeria. For any corner for Nigeria, where I know they.
Right.
We go for then, say, in blow with some other artists where that W4, Chudike, Race,
set, yeah.
that they are set. So some guys that will go show like they will reach there. They go there with babe. I go wake in hands, go back Lagos. Because you see, the comfort of me person pay your flight, pay your hotel, you be celebrity, babes, they chase you. It's a big burden, no?
It is.
Very big. So I go see like that, say, because say me, when I don't test something, I don't know how far this thing go. So as Kukere, they go. So one day, we come day house. So I come tell Iyanya, I say, Mama, we need another song. Kukere cannot be on forever. We come the fear, so we don't know what to do. Now, so we day palo, G-tunes. So then, they don't chase us come up for that office because we no fee pay rent for the office. So we don't carry some of the equipment come house. So they work from palo. So G-tunes come. So we they work from palo. We don't carry the equipment come house because they will no fee pay rent for the office. So G-tunes come palo, we just did there. So we tell G-tunes say, I tell G-tunes say, open Kukere beat. That's how you open them. He say, come out this drum, change them to conga. Come out this one, do like this. Come out this one, do that. He can't tell Bassi say, go say, Mpoeto. My name Bassi go sing the thing. He can't tell them, go say, my waist, all I want is your waist. So now where am I go do am? So we can't record your waist. We recorded your waist in like maybe 40 minutes. We're done. Wow. So Kukere beat is the same beat as your waist, but we just change the drum patterns. That was all.
Really?
Then we can't drop. Then we can't put the list of people where Iyanya won. So Iyanya did not know Yvonne Nelson at the time. Now, say I school for Ghana.
Right.
So I went to school in Ghana, Gimpa. You know Jocelyn Dumas? She was my classmate in Ghana.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Gimpa, yeah.
The actress, yeah.
Yeah, the actress. So I knew Yvonne Nelson then. So as we put names, because I get crush on the girl, so I put her name for the list, say, Yvonne Nelson, roll amo. She said, you say, bonus. I said, no worry. Then, I don't get Twitter.
Right.
So I DM Yvonne Nelson for Twitter. She reply, say, huh?
From where to where?
I say, how this what they have? Everywhere go scatter. Then we'll start to talk to him. She called Nigeria. Him and Iyanya start to date, all those things. He added to the brand. It was beautiful, Yes. She's actually a very nice girl, So that's how we come. We put Genevieve, we put Tonto DK, So we just put girls where in really like, pop, where they, and then guess what? The reason why we put Tonto DK was the office where our office day. Our neighbor na Tonto DK. Then she drive white Hummer, so she will come the oppressors.
I remember that Hummer.
Yeah, white Hummer, she would oppress us. So because I like Tonto well. So you get one car where we get one car where they stop for road. So Tonto they always hear saying, I did that place. So she know the car. So one day the car stop for road. So I can't tell her, I say, Tonto they come. See, may hide. So I hide under the car, like for the back of the car like this. So me and Bassi. So me, I can't hold the steering. Bassi and I think G-Tunes, they come, they push the car. So Tonto slow down to look whether I did the car. So Emanara comes down for front. So me, I control the team, more feet park. This thing happened for Ozumba, that law school.
Wow.
Yeah. That law school area. So Tonto Dike can't look. Because say we don't try to tassy and say, I like you. So we don't come for her. Say can't stop for road. You understand? Bro. See, I don't see this.
Wow.
So we can't carry the car reach house. So now we want the next morning I can't tell you and say, this shows what we won't do now. We need to buy car, so we'll go buy one car, Mazda. We think so we don't arrive. So I drive the car, go Tonto gate, horn. Say one see Tonto. How you want to take sit to that time? Security everywhere. We were just the 1-2 bedroom for down the road.
I thought it was big then.
Bruh. So that's what we just like say we won't see her. You understand? She can't come outside, drive that Hummer, pass us.
I lie. She don't say no Didika.
Yes, nah.
Broke boys.
Because you don't say the next. I don't push that thing because after that car breakdown, I say lie, we must buy. Would they push hell out? You know this Discovery, Land Rover Discovery.
Yeah.
When my brother give me, you understand? So would they push the car? So if fuel finish, sometimes fuel no finish now overheating. So we guys push the car, park and we did there wait like 1 hour, make the engine cool down. Then we'll start the car again. The top water they go every 30 minutes. We'll stop top water. So that's so we recorded Kukere. We recorded Your Waste. Things changed. You started doing shows. Money increased. We moved into a different house.
When did you guys decide to start the label Triple MG?
So that period when P Square and LD were trying to sign Iyanya, that's when I told him, I said, bro, we can actually do this thing. So I said, we are made men. Now when Manara say that should be the name. So I said, we're made men. So now I contact to Made Men Music Group. So at last, we'll go register Made Men Music. He said, no, they interested. I said, one doing one thing. Say, I feel go register the company. That's why Emma tell me, so I know while I'm going to go register the company. Say, because one time I found out about Iyanya is he needs some time to think through some things. He'll always come back around. He's not someone that you tell something and he feels like, oh, let's go. He's not very, very spontaneous, right? So I went ahead, registered the company. I came, gave him papers to sign. He said, no, they're interested. So I come put my brother as director for there, just to hold the space. So as we don't do Your Waste, so one day we dey travel go Asaba for then governor of Delta State. I think it was his mom's funeral. Mom, I think. Udwagan. So we enter plane as we land for that airport. That's not Warrior Airport also.
Yeah,
also. As we just land, I see one woman, they struggle to carry her laptop bag and her bag. I tell you, this woman, a big woman. I say, run, go help and carry her bag. So I say, yeah, run, go help and carry bag. We they enter, I say, yeah, help and carry bag. So we come they enter where, like the lounge, where she go wait for her bag. As she wait for her bag, we see help and carry that bag. I tell you, I say, do the work, no worry, I'll be behind you, they watch what thing they happen. He carry the bag. As he reach car, now when the woman, you know, saying we're like hoodie.
Yeah.
So now when the woman come, in hoodie come follow, you can say, come, what's your name? His name is Iyanya. He said, oh my God, my children love you. Then when she can't call her, she'll say, see you, I saw that Kukere guy, he helped me carry my bag. That's so we'll come. As I see, they don't start conversation. Me as businessman, where I don't see waiting, I don't see. That's why I run call. Madam, good evening. Sorry, good morning. We'll come start to talk. We'll come exchange number. So she's going to say when we come back to Lagos, we'll come see him on Monday. I iron my suit. Put tie. You understand? Then I don't know how it be, but we hit straight. We reach her office. She used to work at Access Bank.
Right.
We reach her office. She can't tell me, say, she can't say, how is it going? This is can't tell and say, see, right now, when you're a career day now, we need money to go to the next level because we need to do a few things where, you know.
To project him.
Yeah. She can't say, okay. I said, we say we need loan. She said, say she no go fit give us loan. So she go fit give us loan, but if we get security or somebody to secure the loan. But she said, number one security go be Iyanya. Say, we'll go bring our company documents. Now when I turn looking at you can see, say, he don't fuck up for there. As we come up for the office, you can see. The good thing is the next day we're going to Abuja. So the guy will register the company there Abuja. So I can't see me bring another form. Me I feel we submit. The next week, the documents can't come outside. Name can't do this thing. So I could come submit the thing. They can't say we need person to guarantee the loan. That's why you see this girl, Frida Francis. God will bless her for in anything that she ever does. You understand? That mean when we fight, me and her, I always feel very sad because Frida is she's one bridge in my life that when we're growing, you understand? Not everybody will want to come and guarantee. She had money in bonds with the bank.
Yeah.
So she used her bond to secure our loan. We took that loan.
Original plan for Triple MG, because by the time that you employed me, you had signed Emma, there was Celebobo, there was Techno, there was Passy, there was Run the Tracks. It was a whole house where everybody lived in. Yeah. What was the plan for Triple MG if things didn't happen?
I was looking at the formula of Maven, of More Hits at the time. You know, More Hits at the time, right, was... They had a lot of artists and they felt like they blocked the industry.
Right.
So I wanted to replicate that thing they were doing, where just lock the industry, own it to myself.
Yeah.
Right? If I drop song, it they go hit. If I sign artist, it hit. Do you understand? That's what I wanted to do. But then things changed. Right? One thing that always made me to understand that God got me is right before Kukere, I'd taken Iyanya to industry night at Oriental Hotel. And that industry night was Tiwa Savage industry night. T-Bills, Asa, Davido, Whiskey. Then they were still... They've had hits, but he never did like waiting they did now.
Yeah.
So David knew me. Whiskey knew me. All them, I don't do the industry, so these people knew me. As in, I tried to enter industry night and bounce them.
Yeah. After Kukere?
No, this was before
Kukere.
This was before Kukere. That's why I go meet Matthew Ohio, where be industry night guy. See that my guy already. We work with like Two-Face and all together. So I go meet and say, I beg now, help me. My boy there outside. He said, we'll be over. I say, yeah. I say, help me get him inside. Make him come inside. So Matthew said, okay, you can go same person. No, for me, they don't allow me enter. My own artist, then they bounce and I was like, this was after Food Project Fame. So I can't go meet one of Matthew boy where they always tip money back in the day. Like I said, if I say my heart is there outside, you can't go. We can't finally bring him inside. I can't cry. I clean my tears. I can't go that section where them David.
You're very emotional at that time.
Because you see, the thing is, when I'm very honest about something and it doesn't go the way I want it, it feels you feel hurt. So I can't go that section where them Davido, they special ed, everybody, they did that
You
section.
knew them back then?
Yeah, I knew all of them. As I want to enter they let me enter the bouncing. I said, which kind of problem is this? So now I come meet David. You see that boy? You see Davido? You see Davido?
Great guy.
He's been the same for years. I met him first in 2008 or 9. He's been the same. Correct guy. He wants his people to always go.
So, but if you're being honest, right, with benefit of hindsight, are there like things that you wish you did better with Triple MG? Because anybody that gets to listen, I tell them that was my first job. And if anybody had a good template for what a label should be, it was you. But if you're being honest, I mean, you're older now, you're been through things. What are the things that you did with Triple MG that if you probably didn't do, you guys would still be?
I think I was really not too much open-minded at the time in terms of allowing going international in terms of, knowing the right things that need to be done in some areas. Because, I basically learned everything on the job.
Right.
So if I was in that place now, I'd have had more technical people to handle some technicalities in the business. I would have done more partnerships. Coming back together with Iyanya, where those plans are there, where we're building, where there are strategic partnerships that are helping us do everything that we're doing.
How did this coming back?
Even when we went our separate way, he knew that I really cared about him.
So you guys maintained a friendship even when you guys were not?
Not really.
Right.
Not really. So one day, a friend called me that he was somewhere in one estate. So I now went to the estate. He now said I should come to Iyanya's house. I was like, oh, no, me and Iyanya were not talking. He said, no, just come.
How long did you guys not talk for?
5 years. 2016, June the 17th of June 2016. My marriage crashed on the 24th of June of the same year. So I was losing business and losing my home the same period. After that, I got, so after a few years, maybe like 2017 or 2018, one of those days, someone just invited me to his house. I went to Iyanya's house. The guy now told me that he wanted me to talk to Iyanya. And we spoke, I found out that the guy was going through, some moments at the time, and we spoke. But at that point, I don't think it was the right time for us to come back together. Then once in a while, we see hi.
So, I mean, the friendship started developing again.
Not that much, but I knew that I had nothing against him, right? Because then I had techno.
Right.
Techno was there, so I was still pushing my other things I was doing.
I was going to ask, you had a phase where when they say turmoil, you're going through it from business to your marriage to Iyanya to, and I'd watched a video where you said, I think you were talking with Chude, my former boss, and you were saying that there was a time that you had like almost $1 billion on your account, but that was you were the most depressed.
Yeah.
How did that feel?
So 2017, I had almost $5 million, but I was depressed.
You were gonna jump off the bridge or something.
I had the best cars. I bought a C300 brand new, just to kill myself in it.
That's wild to be.
Yeah. So,
but now that I'm here, that time when you talk that to me, maybe I come off for you. If you get $1 billion, you could really want be 1 billion naira. Now that I'm here, I understand where you could have been mentally because nothing else would make sense, even with all the money.
Because then I felt like now that I have the money, because I felt my marriage crashed because I had no money to fund a few things.
Fix it? Yeah.
So now that I had the money, a year later after my marriage crashed, I was on almost $5 million from investments I did on crypto and all of those things back in the day. So I was sitting on that kind of money, investing in business, doing everything, but I didn't have a home. Or I didn't have someone like Iyanya around me to make those kind of financial expressions on him to show where we're actually going. Do you understand what I'm saying? You see, some of us, our money is not for us to show off. It's for things that are around us to show off. Your wife, maybe your children.
So there's no sense of fulfillment, even with all the money that you had?
Yeah, there was no sense of fulfillment because what I actually planned for was not what was going on with me at the time. You see, I had a breakdown of a plan of what I wanted. So during that depression, just that period, I was just making mistakes because then you're this movie, The Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah, you're looking for something.
Yeah, you're looking for something. Bro, there's no hotel that is a good hotel in Nigeria that I didn't stay in at least 2 weeks. Pay a suite, just be there, thinking that will give me happiness. I'll just be there.
Ubi.
I'll fly to different countries. I'll go to America, go to Miami, go to places that I've never been. I was, when you are saying that there are things on your bucket list, I did it all.
Still.
Do you understand? I did all. And yet.
Why didn't you commit suicide?
So, I just always felt like committing suicide will put my son in poverty. I'm not that father that feels like whatever I make, I'll finish it and my son will make his own. No. If it was like that, David Otedola, David's dad would be saying the same.
Yeah. What did fatherhood do to you?
Oh, it changed everything. That's one of the reasons why I didn't commit suicide. Because at the time I had 2 kids, a girl and a boy.
Yeah.
Zanetta and Jaden. So every time I was, make a kill myself. What happened? I said, I bought a C300, brand new. I tore the paper. That period, that Lekki Ekpe Expressway, those traffic lights, they just come out the roundabout. Then they dig hole there where they go. Many people died on that spot.
Right.
So every day I was going home. I used to live in Chevron at the time. So every time I was going home, I see accident happen there. I go, they wish say make a dwam to myself.
Stop it. It's a lie.
I'm serious.
Imagine having all that money.
Now let me tell you what happened one day. So I don't buy the car for night. I go drink with my friends for my restaurant for that's my rooftop.
Yeah.
I don't drink everything. I know they take alcohol, so I don't buy them drink everything with their people. They wash the car. They know say, they give them farewell. I go
cook by.
So I just drive. See, as I drive, I know they play musical, but I just drive. Music just start to play. I start to sing. I reach house. I slept off.
That was good.
I woke up the next morning. No. So as I was going, I had 2 options. I say, if that one no happen, I mixed concussion to drink.
You bought it and you mixed it?
Yeah. So I got home, I laid down, and my boy put on the generator. I told him to off it, that I wanted a dark house. It's the next morning I woke up that Eric Arubai had passed. And that day I went to church in the morning, and Pastor Paul preached a sermon called Surviving the Pressure. And that was what broke me loose.
Hallelujah.
See, in my worst period, one person that always picks the phone to always call me is Davido.
Wow.
I know he will always call me to yab me, to just make sure that I laugh or something. Great guy. You know, he never judged me. You know, he never told, in 2018, he called me and said, I want you to manage trauma. And that was it. And we've been friends like we're family. You understand? I love them to death. Like, those are people who have stood by me. They've never judged me. Like, I'm sure there are a couple of other people. I'm just saying, just to point the light.
Yeah, I see that you value that relationship a lot. Yeah.
No, you see them, I value their relationship. Because you see, these are people that have been with you. They know you. They understand you. Yeah. They are safe around you.
What are the things that you've really learned over the years that you can say, you know what, if I'd say this to you, maybe you'd be better informed to go after the things that I went after? Like, what are the lessons?
I think you should fight less. When I was doing my blogging on my page, the blogging was a breakout of the pandemic when I had my talk show and all of that. So I started doing blogging. I was doing my blogging. So I found out, some places where they always enter, we transact business with my ogas, my friends. Oh, but they don't call me again.
Because
Temisan. They don't call me again.
I'm a blogger.
They don't call me blogger, so they know if you trust me.
I'm very happy that we had this conversation, and I'm very happy that you're in this phase of your life where it's just peace and this love is like it's palpable. I can tell that this is where you are, and I'm very happy that, and you really shared on the show. Thank you so much for coming on the show. We're about to wrap up, but we have a small segment courtesy of Lipton called Spilt the Tea.
Okay.
So basically, we'll just ask you some questions.
All right, let's go.
Some very tricky questions, and we're going to give you like a nice goodie bag from Lipton. So we've come to the Spilt the Tea moment. You have to be very honest, right?
Okay.
Yes, this is Lipton. It's about honesty and connection. Okay. I like this one. It says, who's your favorite talent you've ever managed?
Favorite.
The obvious answer.
Iyanya and Kickstart.
No, one.
Oh, one. That's tough.
Yes, that's the idea.
Favorite.
Like of all time, that you know that this is my talent. Because you have managed everybody, but there has to be one that's...
You know why? They've all come in seasons.
Politicians.
They've all come in seasons.
Politicians.
I'll tell you, if I say favorite, I'll say Chef Chi. Favorite.
Why?
When somebody is like your sister,
right?
So they're. I'll just say favorite because we built a relationship right over the years, and then everybody from her sisters, her PA, her friends around that, they are now. So I now call them the Ubi's angels.
Wow.
Yeah, because I'm always the guy around the ladies. So I think that would be a favorite. I would say favorite because of the season where we were all together. Everybody passed through their own several seasons. So I'll say favorite because we learned a lot from each other and we grew. If you want to say most rewarding in terms of working and seeing the results that I'll say Iyanya. Right. But the most, they are different. So I might not be able to say. Then if you want to look at where I've learned a few things strategically and learn brotherhood, I'm building myself, I'll say Kiss Daniel.
Such a politician.
So yeah.
SSC. You don't give me political
no,
answer.
I'm telling you that.
Rewarding.
So, yeah.
And so anyway, I like that. I like the way you answered that. Politics or music?
Music.
Of course. Okay. And the last one. Do you have any major regrets from your previous relationships or decisions that you made on the job or didn't? I think we answered something very similar. But I just want to be very specific. Or didn't make, and what are they?
I don't regret anything in life. You know why? Because everything brings you to a point of where the experience I have, I always wish that people have it. I have an experience of a 50-year-old. I'll be 37 in 3 weeks. But the experience I have is the experience of a 50-year-old because, tell me, I've been around the block. Like, I've been around the block. Like, the only regret is confiding in people who you're not meant to confide in. This is our game. This is our world is deadly. There was a time when I was having issues with my ex-wife, I was confiding in somebody who was the worst person I should be confiding in. Because I was talking to him, he was going back to go and relay the conversation. So when I dug deep, I found out that there was something before.
Right.
And it was also an elderly friend that called my attention to it and said, that person you are talking to, you can't be talking to him. See what we are hearing from the back. When it feels like you're being vulnerable, you're talking to somebody. So I think vulnerability should come with understand that you talk to someone who is more mature, or you keep it within you and wait for time. So let me tell you what I also found out. Time. And that thing is, time is the biggest, the best, the most rewarding thing God has ever created. If there was something like creation of time, you see the clock that ticks is different. Before we started this conversation, we didn't know how long it would go.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that we've gone through series of, though I would have loved to answer a few other questions in business and all of those things because I love to be in those kind of moments. But I'll tell you that this conversation has also brought me back. I'm like, oh, listen, you've come a long way.
Yeah.
So every time I have these kind of conversations, it makes me understand that. So, and you know what? All of those things is time. Bro, in the last years that we've been, people have passed. We've lost people, but we're still here. That means God has given us time. There's a lot of things that we're going to do. So every time you do something, there are days where I'll just kneel down and tell God, thank you. God, thank you. I would just be thanking God, thank you.
If you look back,
bro, you don't ever receive alert. Where you don't even know, say, that alert go come like that. You just tell God, thank you. Oh,
from
God.
where?
God, from where? How? Bro, let me tell you this thing. I was in, before the pandemic, I was trying to do something. As the pandemic hit, the thing canceled. As I start pandemic, they still do my Instagram live. They do. When sponsors start to come, bro, in this life, be very intentional about what you want to do.
Right.
Don't be shy, yo. Don't let anybody in this world ever make you feel like whatever you're doing is worthless. Bro, my friends, close friends that I thought that these were my guys, refused to come on my Instagram live when I started. That's why I always give it up to Akin Alabi, Sujimoto. They were the first people to believe and come on the show. After that, I interviewed governors, commissioners, senators, and all of that. One guy that also stood by me and supported me also was Akin Olaoye, House of Lunet. He always sat down, brought me people to drop my question. Bro, I said, my own guys, where we did like this, they'll say, no. Bro, when the show come bust, and then they call me, say, oh, when am I coming on the show? I'm ready now.
Thank you for coming to my show.
Don't even invite me for your show.
Thank you for coming to my show.
Because the next time you go invite me for a show, I'll cause trouble.
Problem, I beg. But thank you so much for coming. Cheers to...
hold on.
Cheers. Thank you, Lipton, for supporting the show.
Lipton, when I support my guy, you see this guy? When I support him, now I want to do Lipton this thing, advert for that. So
before you go, we have a gift from Lipton. It's
oh yeah?
If you come my show, we'll not give you just something. You have killed me on this show. But thank you so much for coming. We have a special goodie bag from Lipton.
Alright. Lipton, thank you so much.
So there's tea, there's
they say this one a free gift, no be you buy them.
Now Lipton, that's me they give you now.
So
no be me. But I'm part of Lipton now. But
I know they don't help your life well.
Thank you, Lipton, for helping my life. Thank you so much for coming on the show, Ubi Franklin.